All right, everybody. Happy Friday. Big waves to you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Just so everybody knows, this is the wacky word of Friday. Dave Kirtley said from San Francisco, oh boy. Oh boy. He might have the HR sense of humor that we were talking about. What do you think, Haley? Just kidding. No, he's fired up today. So we have some birthday people today, and they are on Jessica Robbins, Crystal Lee, and Lori, both. Lori, happy birthday to all three of you. We hope you have the most amazing birthday ever. And we can't wait for Greg Bibb to sing to you in just a little bit. We're going to highlight him this morning to kick it off. Just kidding. All right. So the word for this morning is flabbergasted. So if you look at flabbergasted, how many of you use that word on a weekly basis? Oh, so it means you're so shocked. Maybe you're amazed with something. Um, you're speechless. Well, here's what it really means to me. Flabbergasted. It's bigger than surprised. It's that, wait, what? Did I hear that right? Moment. A lot of us was on a call yesterday, if you were part of our company, where you might have been flabbergasted. Like, whoa, what? Something new? Who do I got? People, I need to talk, and you're like, flabbergasted can sometimes put you in a state of, well, you need to take bottle one because your cortisol levels just got spiked, right? It's called stress. So when I look at the word flabbergasted, I look and I see a word named stress that lives really close by, right? In a lot of times, but sometimes it can be a good flabbergasted. It's just a good blessing. Like somebody drops you by a present, it probably doesn't spike your stress level. Um, Sometimes a hard flabbergasted, like an unexpected like conflict. And let me tell you a conflict I had last week. I, I was flabbergasted, but I was so glad they told me. So someone had sent me a text message, and we're all busy, okay? So I don't think I'm the busiest person on this Zoom. But if you look at my phone, I do have my text messages like when I'm on a call or something, they just keep adding up. And so occasionally I try to respond by the end of the day to everybody, but I didn't this person. I just it got buried and I never saw it. And they were upset with me. And luckily, they reached out to me and said, listen, I got a problem. Now, that spiked my stress level. When somebody says, it's kind of like somebody sending you a text message of a question mark. You're, you know, and when you're a problem child like I was growing up, that means I did something. Like, what did I do? What did I do? I don't know if you can relate to that. So, anyway, I hated it. And so, but I was glad that they brought it up because I was like, I didn't even know you sent me the text message. So I had to go find it buried in text and apologize that I didn't respond. Because for some of us, we live in a world where it's like, if I call and you don't answer, sometimes it can go to my mind and I can think you're avoiding my call or you're not answering my call, or we tell ourselves all this stuff. So we were able to work it out. So I was flabbergasted, Marlene. Marlene gets the word of she's actually our award-winning Wacky Friday representative, her and Kimberly Brecka. So here's what I'll say about flabbergasted. It Here's why it matters. Because when we get flabbergasted, we're more likely to act or react to impulse. So if we get caught off guard, sometimes we're reactive, right? I would say if we can, and this is really talking to me, when you have a moment that you're caught off guard, maybe in a negative way, here's my challenge to myself when I look at Flabbergasted. Pause. Maybe even mute the line and think about it before you let words come out of your mouth. You know, because I don't know about you, but I'm gonna throw myself under the bus. I feel like a nice person. Like I open the door for people. I'm a yes ma'am, no ma'am type person. But then sometimes if I get flabbergasted in a negative way and my energy level spikes and my cortisol spikes and my stress spikes, sometimes out of my mouth can come not the most favorable things, and I regret what I say. So my challenge to myself is to have the attitude that when unexpected things come and it catches me off guard, flabbergasts me, that I just take the time to pause and listen, and I don't have to react or respond. And I'm sure it'll happen today. So I'm going to see if I'm prepared for it. So, Andrew, I'll turn it to you. That's my thought on flabbergasted today. So, hope it helps somebody.
Well, good lesson. And I feel like I walk around way too often feeling flabbergasted. Like, this is something I think I probably live in a space where you guys love me anyway, but I can be a little bit naive and I can be a little black and white. Like, maybe I should have worked in HR. And so when something is a little bit gray or somebody, does something, I'm like, no, they would never. How many of you have been on a call with me and I'm like, no, I'm sure.
You could have been in HR.
I think that's going to be
So
my next
Andrea has a
career.
way, even with her kids, like I'm like, your kids. I mean, she kind of gets that pen and she says, we need to talk. And I can see her kids, both of them, they're like this. I mean, they straighten up. So do I. So yeah.
Did you say so to you? Don't believe it, guys. Don't believe it. Anyway, I feel like this is a really great word for a person that can get caught off guard a little bit. So stay calm in the moment of being flabbergasted. Your next move matters more than your first reaction. And so what I looked into is okay, when we feel a little flabbergasted, when we're having that scratch our head moment where we're just kind of our heads tilted a little bit like that dog, what do we do? What can we do in that moment? So, first of all, take at least, sometimes we need more, but at least one slow breath before you respond. Because I think when we get flabbergasted and we do that fast response, at least I tend to put my foot in my mouth and I have a glass face. Like there's any thought that I have, you're going to see. So I need to pause real hard and wait for a minute before I respond. Even if I just want to shoot, oh gosh, those text messages that you like write, and then you're like, wait a minute. Please God, put your hand over my mouth. Let me delete this really quickly and take a breath and then move forward. So just pause and then ask yourself a question. And this is a good one. Is this fact or is this feeling? And not that feelings aren't valid. I'm a big proponent of feeling our feelings, but sometimes our feelings are wrong, right? Sometimes our feelings are built because of all these other thoughts in our head and it's not based on the reality in that moment. So if it is fact, well, we need to deal with it in one way. If it is feeling, well, we need to probably deal with it in a different way. It all needs to be dealt with, but we need to be able to differentiate so we don't find ourselves reacting to a feeling that it wasn't 100% accurate. Next is to make a decision. Decide what this moment is calling for. Is it calling for a boundary? Is it calling for a conversation? Is it calling for a little bit of grace? Like, what do we need to do when we're reacting in this flabbergasted moment? If it's good news, right? If it's good news, we'll celebrate out loud. Don't brush it off. Don't like just accept it or take it for granted. Like celebrate that good news. If it got you stumped, you got flabbergasted by something amazing, celebrate. And if it's hard news, if it's something difficult, if it's, a disappointment or a shock because you just can't believe that would happen, well, give yourself a minute before making any kind of decision. So celebrate fast and then be nice and slow if it's hard. And then with that, choose a response that you're going to be proud of tomorrow. One thing I'm going to tell you, if you guys have ever driven with Brent Palmer, one of the things that I love the most with him is that if somebody cuts him off, he typically does not yell at the driver. He says, "Hey, car," or "Careful, car." And he makes it like this vehicle, made a poor decision instead of blaming the person. And it's such a beautiful reaction because well, I kind of, hmm, well, you guys are going to see me in a different light. But if I'm driving and you cut me off, I tend to get really aggravated. And my words are not as gentle as "Hey, car" or "Easy, car." So when you're choosing your response, choose that moment where you're going to be proud in the next day instead of having to turn to your kids and say, "Sorry, guys, mom didn't quite mean to have that come out of her mouth. And we're going to choose better words next time," right? Next, if you need to, right? If it's a really big moment, if you need to, go for a walk, pray, journal, go do the things that you need to do to center yourself, to walk around, get out, and then come back in an emotionally intelligent space that maybe you weren't there the moment before. So that's what I had for this morning. Hopefully that
Great,
was a good one.
great
Yeah, you all
lesson.
know I
Just so
yell more
everybody
often.
knows, how many, put a one in the comment if you rode a horse in your life. If you've rode a horse, well, that's the way I look at driving a car. Now, when you're riding a horse, think about what you say. You talk to the horse. "Whoa, horse, giddy up," right? So, Andrea, just so you know, when I'm talking to the automobiles, it's kind of like the horse in my life. So, anyway,
Okay, I'm going to be
just
so
letting
much
everybody,
nicer
giving
if I
everybody a
picture it that way.
visual of what's in my mind. So, all right, Jessica, Crystal, Lori, it's your birthday. Have a great day out there. And this one's for you. Let's
Oh,
make
hold
sure you
on, coach.
unmute today.
Okay, we got it.
Okay.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you.
Happy
Happy birthday
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 to
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 you.
you.
Happy
To Jessica,
birthday.
Happy
Crystal, and
Birthday.
Lori.
God bless
birthday.
Happy
you.
Happy
To
birthday
you.
birthday
to
to
you.
Birthday
you.
to
Happy
Happy
birthday,
you.
Darlene. Hope y'all have a
birthday.
great
You
day.
guys
Happy
have a beautiful
Birthday,
day.
guys.
Birthday.
Have
Love
a
you
great
so
Good
much.
weekend,
weekend, all you
everybody.
guys.
Stay safe.